Hey guys, it's the video that you've all been waiting for. Nobody's been waiting for this, but okay. So I'm doing a movie collection today. The one thing I have to say for it is, it's not very big. I'm 13 years old. What do you expect? I have some good titles though. I will say that. I have some good movies in here. I have some steelbooks. That's really it. I don't really have any other exclusives except for steelbooks. So I do have some good movies though that I'm gonna show you today. I have my first shelf over here. This is the A through F. As I told you, it's not very big, so not gonna be seeing much of that today. The first one is a Disney classic, which I'm pretty sure we all know, Aladdin. This movie is a great movie for if you're watching a movie with your family. I really recommend Aladdin because it's a really good family movie with some really great animation and music. I just really recommend it because I love Disney. I think it's a great franchise, and I love any other classic films. Next is a Marvel movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp. This was an alright movie. I liked it. I liked it better than the first one. I will say that. I think the first one was a little boring in my opinion. The second one was not though. I feel like in the second one you got a lot more of both characters. And you got a better villain in this one, I feel. Not villain, well, she was a villain. Plot twist. This is a very good movie, and I recommend this to anyone who likes Marvel movies. I won't recommend this to someone who doesn't like Ant-Man, because if you don't like Ant-Man, you're obviously not going to like this. Next, I have Aquaman. I know this didn't do great with ratings and stuff, but I think it's a cool movie. I think, yes, the cinematography was very green screen. I knew that. I know that now. But I do think there were some great fighting scenes, and I think it was I love Aquaman's origin story. I think it's a really cool origin story, so I was a sucker for this movie. So I definitely recommend this movie to a lot of people because if you like origin stories or superhero movies, you're going to like that one. Next I have, this is a franchise that is probably the most popular franchise ever. Avengers Infinity War. Now let me explain myself. I have the first two Avengers movies on DVD. That's why I don't have them on Blu Ray, which is really annoying because I don't watch DVDs anymore. I think Blu Rays are way better. But anyway, Infinity War, awesome, really great blockbuster movie. Tons of action, more comedy than other Marvel movies, but still really good. The next one is the first steelbook in my collection, Baby Driver. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's a Best Buy exclusive where it has the front of this and then the back looks like that. It's a record. I think this is a really cool steelbook. Piece of advice to you guys, going to Best Buy, if you really like steelbooks, but you don't want to pay the $25, $30 for them, wait a year or so. I found this for $9. What can I say? I found this for $9 and I lost my mind. I love this movie and never picked it up. And not only did I find a steelbook, but I found it for $9. What can I say? My Best Buy has really great deals. I love my Best Buy. I never go to any other Best Buy. Next, I'm going to be getting into some, I'm actually going to take both of them down. I'm going to get into some of the DC Universe movies, the animated ones. I think they're pretty good movies, actually. I recommend these to, if you like, a lot of them have different spectrums. For this one, if you like mystery and kind of dark action, that's Batman Gotham by Gaslight. If you like mystery and dark action, you'll like this movie. Next, Batman the Killing Joke. Kind of the same dark action, but a lot less dark than Gotham by Gaslight. This is a really great movie, and I think this is one of my favorites just because of I can't really say why, because that would be a spoiler, and I don't want to spoil movies. That's not something I do. Next, we have the remake of Beauty and the Beast. Great film. I liked the animated classic better, but, you know, that one's still great. Black Klansman, really great film of last year. Like, really great film of last year. Black Panther, the first superhero movie to ever get nominated for Best Picture. Good job, Black Panther. Really great movie, too. Next, we have a movie. I know this wasn't great, but I bought this because my little cousin loves these movies. Anything DreamWorks animated, she loves. So I bought this for her because she does come over a lot and we watch this together. And I have a few laughs in this movie, but they're like childhood laughs. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but it makes sense to me. Next is a Marvel movie that got a lot of hate, got a lot of love, but I don't get the hate because I really liked this movie. Captain Marvel. I don't get the hate. I think it was I will say the final battle sucked. It was the worst final battle in the entire MCU, but the rest of the movie was good. Second Steelbook. This is another DC Universe movie, which I'm sure you saw. So, tomorrow I'm picking up Batman Hush, because that looks good. That looks good. And I'm picking up the Pokemon movie tomorrow. Because that was good. That was alright. It was funny. I feel like that movie review time. I feel like the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie was more funny than it should have been. I kind of expected it to be a sci-fi action movie, not much of a sci-fi comedy, but I still liked it either way. It was a cool movie, and I'm glad they did it. I thought it was interesting. When I was watching it in the theaters, it didn't look PG. It looked a little bit older than that, but it was PG. So, I liked that movie though. The next one is Steelbook for Death of Superman. This is a really great but sad film. Well, it's not really sad, but it's sad because, But this isn't a spoiler because Superman dies. That's the name of it. That's not a spoiler. But the back art is so cool. I only get the Steelbooks of this collection that I think the artwork is just awesome. So I got that one. This is a movie that it's not good. It was a gift. That's all I have to say for that one. This is a movie that was good. Doctor Strange, pretty great movie, really great visuals, and I think Benedict Cumberbatch is the best Doctor Strange ever. I feel like no one could have played Doctor Strange better. Next is 8th Grade. This movie was one of the most emotional movies of last year, actually of the last decade probably, that I think I've ever seen. And I watch a lot of movies, so that's saying something. This movie made me laugh. It almost made me cry. I've never cried during a movie, and I don't look forward to breaking that record. And I don't think I'm going to. So, stay strong. Yeah, great movie. Oh, next we have some spin-offs. Not really spin-offs, actually. These happened before the Ultimate franchise. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and the Fantastic Beasts and Crimes of Grindelwald. First one was great. Second one was not as good. I'm sure a lot of you think that way. So the first one. Talk about the first one. First one was great. I think it was a really great kind of spin-off. I get what they were doing with this movie, and they did it right. I liked that they did the magical creatures thing, and I think Newt Scamander... can I talk? I think Newt Scamander is just a great character in, like, I'll say magical world, because it's not Harry Potter. It happened before Harry Potter. The second one, not as good as the first one, nowhere near as good as the first one, and I know this got a lot of hate. I enjoyed it. I enjoy a lot of movies that are bad, because I think it's just to sit down with your friends and laugh at it. I'm sure people can relate to that. Next is just a really good movie that had some laughing moments, had some moments, had some intense moments. It was The Favorite of last year. Really great film. I think Olivia Colman deserved that Oscar. Just saying. Next is a pretty good sequel to the classic, Finding Dory. Finding Nemo is on DVD. Finding Dory, great movie, great animation. The first one was better, but this one was still really good. And I think the reason that no sequel is ever better than the original is because they just got it so right the first time, they just can't do it again. You know what I mean? The last one is probably the most important movie in my collection. It's a classic. It's the classic of classics, actually, I feel like. It is the movie that everyone knows. The steelbook that I found for $10 of Forrest Gump. You can see on the back it's got box of chocolates. The box of chocolates line, great film. Really intense, emotional film about a guy who is born different from others. Didn't really have a lot of friends, and then he meets a girl named Jenny. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Really great film though. If you like kind of sad-ish movies, but the sad movies that lift you up, if you like those movies, I recommend that one because it's really good. All right, I'm gonna go into the next shelf. Okay, moving into the next stack. This is the bigger stack of all 4 shelves. So this one's going to take a little bit longer. First up, Freedom Fighters The Ray. For people who saw this movie, I'm well aware it's not good. Bought it without seeing it first. Big mistake. Greatest Showman. Way better than that. Not that this has any relation to that, but just a really great emotional musical film that I think anyone would enjoy. Even if you don't like musicals, I think you would enjoy that film. Green Book. Did it deserve the Oscar? Yes, it did. I am one of the people who thought that that movie deserved Best Picture. So good. I almost cried. The Grinch. It was okay. It was just your okay basic movie. I wouldn't say I would ever purposely watch that out of my way any day of the year, but I would watch that with my family on Christmas. Definitely not before watching the original because the original's so much better, but you know, it's just it's a crappy remake of a movie. It's alright. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Better than the first one, in my opinion. I know that's going to be a really unpopular opinion, but I just think Baby Groot is so cute. That's just my opinion. Happy Death Day to You. Really great. I think the Happy Death Day movies are the horror movies that aren't horror movies. They're not scary at all. In what sense they are not scary? They're funny, actually. I would call those comedies, not horror movies. Next is a comedy action, Hitman's Bodyguard. Not a terrible film. I liked it. I enjoy watching that with my friends. Just not all the time. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch that movie ever, but when I'm with friends, or like when I'm with my dad's a big movie person with me. It's a fun watch. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Really great series. The other ones are on DVD for me. I Feel Pretty, not a great movie. I just bought that without seeing it. Identity Thief, I laughed a few times, but it was $5. I couldn't say no. Best Buy exclusive steelbook for $8. The Independence Day Resurgence. I think this has one of the greatest... No, that's a lie. I think this is a great back. It's that, if you know what that is, comment down below because I haven't seen this movie. I'm sorry. So the inside, oh, I forgot to show you the inside of the other one. Sorry. It's the digital code. So the inside is just like, it's the Air Force Base. I really like the Independence Day movies. I know like a good amount of people that I've talked to about them don't like them, but I found them enjoyable to watch. Next is the only 4K movie because it was bought for me by my grandparents for Christmas, and they don't know I don't have a 4K TV, so I can still watch the Blu Ray and the digital code is in there, so it's fine. Incredibles 2, really great movie of last year. A lot of people say it's not as good as the first one, but I think they're equal for me. Inside Out, really great emotional movie. Instant Family, same thing, emotional but really funny too. Jumanji, a hilarious film. Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson is just golden, and when you add Jack Black, that is just comedy overload for me. The Jungle Book, super great Disney live action film. Justice League. Let's talk for a moment about this one. I am well aware that the acting in these Justice League movies is complete crap. It's total crap. Am I a sucker for superhero movies? I am. Yeah, I'll give you that. Did I enjoy this movie? That's the big question. I did. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Another Justice League film. Super great movie. I think this is my favorite DC animated movie. I think it's just because I like any idea of like a second world, like a duplicate world. I think that's really cool. And yes, I believe in Area 51. And yes, I believe there are aliens out there. And yes, I believe there are alternate universes. This is another steelbook from the DC Universe Collection. So this was a movie they did recently where they brought back the old animation from Justice League Unlimited, the TV show. If you remember that TV show, you're an OG. But it is Justice League versus the Fatal Five, and I kind of like the artwork on that. I think it's not the best artwork I've seen, but it's alright. My thoughts on this movie were, I like that they brought back the old animation. It's a classic animation for DC. I will say, like, this guy's team was called in the movie, they died or something. I don't really know what happened to them, so don't quote me on that. It just came out of nowhere, and it doesn't really fit in with the rest of the plot of the story. Jessica Cruz came out of nowhere. This just was an all-over-the-place movie, but once again, I am a sucker for superhero movies, so what can I say? I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this one. Go ahead, leave your comment. Are you done? Okay. This is what one of my favorite movie channels on YouTube, Chandler, talks about. This is what he would call a Taco Bell movie. What that means in his definition is it's a movie it's not a good movie, but it's something you would watch repeatedly just because it's like a guilty pleasure. I don't really know if that's his description of it, but that's what I think a Taco Bell movie is, and I love that description, so I stole it. Ooh, I really like this film. This is my favorite Kung Fu Panda film out of the three, just because I love pandas. I think they're adorable. Pandas are the best thing ever. So there was a ton of panda overload in this one, which is why it's my favorite. And this is a really great movie. All of the Kung Fu Panda movies were great movies. And I think that the villain in this one was the most intense villain from Kung Fu Panda. The second movie had that peacock guy. He was a really irrelevant, forgettable villain. What did the first one have? Leave in the comments down below because I don't remember what the first villain was. But I'm going to move on to the third shelf. Hey guys, this is the third shelf. This shelf is probably my favorite shelf. Like, a lot of these films are my favorite films. I really like all of these films. Some of them I laugh at, some of them I almost cry at. Almost. But starting at the top, La La Land, a really, really great musical film that I think it was well considered at the Oscars. I think it won the right amount that it should have. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Lego Batman movie, pretty good. I like that better than the Lego movies. That's just my opinion. I did not like the Lego movie 2. I thought it was kind of boring, just to be honest. Life of the Party, I know this was not good, but I'm a sucker for Melissa McCarthy comedies, so I had to get it. The Lion King, classic Disney movie that everyone loves. Little, a pretty funny comedy of 2019 that I think critics weren't a fan of, but people were. The actual viewers were a fan of that movie. I laughed a lot in that movie. I enjoyed it. Mary Poppins Returns. A lot of people think this is a remake. It is not. This is a sequel. I'm just clearing that out of the way. This movie, there was a lot going on with it, and I think my personal preference was the first one because the first one was better. I like Emily Blunt, and I liked whoever played the other guy, the singing guy on the lamppost there. I thought this was an okay movie. I watched it with my family, and I was like, okay, alright, that's alright. Mission Impossible Fallout, great film, really great. I love the Mission Impossible movies. I think they're really great action movies. Miss Doubtfire, a comedy classic. I found this, believe it or not, for $6 at my Best Buy. With the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital code with a slipcover. That is insane. That is the best deal I think I've gotten on a movie in a long time. Nerve. Alright movie. Ocean's 8. I liked this movie. I don't think it deserved the hate that it got because I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was a good movie to me. This was not a good movie. It was a gift. So, I didn't buy that one. Pitch Perfect 2. Pitch Perfect 3. Both really great films. I have the first one on DVD. I laugh every time I watch the Pitch Perfect movies. It's just a series you can watch over and over again without getting bored because it's that funny and it's that entertaining. Ralph Breaks the Internet. A really great sequel to the first one. I thought this one was better than the first one just because I found the first one to be a little slow. I mean, he gets stuck he's in a video game and then he gets stuck in a different video game and he just stays there. With this, he's in a lot of different places at once and there's a lot happening, but sometimes I really like when there's a lot happening because it makes it not boring. Ready Player One, really, really great, interesting, well-made sci-fi movie. Another steelbook for a DC Universe movie, The Reign of the Superman. This movie was okay. I mean, I got the steelbook because it was the only version I could find. They sold out of the regular Blu-rays so fast. It was the only one I could find. I got home, watched it. I was like, okay, that was okay. It was not as good as The Death of Superman, but I am waiting for a movie called The Death and Return of Superman, which is coming out in October of this year. Sing. Great movie. I think Reese Witherspoon did a good job in that, as did Nick Kroll as the pig. It was a great singing movie. Shazam. Really, really great. I would say it's a superhero movie with sci-fi in it. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that. Superhero movie. Yeah, I'll just stick with that. I would have liked it to be less funny. When I'm watching a DC movie, I don't want to be laughing that much. I did enjoy the laughing. I thought it was funny. But when I'm watching a DC movie, I want to watch a DC movie, not a comedy movie. That's just my personal preference. Personal preference. Got it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Did it deserve Best Animated Picture? Yes, it did. Really great movie. I saw this at a friend's house the first time, and he had it on 4K. Watched it. I got 3 continuous headaches after watching that movie. That movie is insane on 4K. Spider-Man Homecoming. Great movie. I think Far From Home was better than that one. My entire family did not, but that's just me. I liked Far From Home a lot. Spy. Every time I watch this movie, I laugh my butt off. I go off the rails, crazy entertained with this movie. And I've watched it like 9 times. That movie just, it kills me. It makes me laugh. That is one of the best Melissa McCarthy movies ever. And I'm excited for The Kitchen, which is opening this Friday. Alright guys, this is the last shelf of my movie collection. And I will say this shelf, there's some good ones, there's some bad ones. There's stuff you'll really agree with, there's stuff you won't. But let's just get right into it because I'm excited. I love watching these. I love watching Blu Ray collections. I think they're awesome. And I always used to like make them. I was like, oh my god, here's my favorite movie. But, you know, that was 2 years ago. And now I actually have a Blu Ray collection over there. And I don't know. It's just really gratifying to do my own. So, moving into it, that's the last shelf. A Star is Born, which you already saw because I just went like this, which is a big regret because this is going on YouTube and people can see that, but whatever. A Star is Born, really, really great musical drama that I think Lady Gaga did great in. Do I think she deserved Best Actress? No. Did she do great in that movie? Yes, she did. Do I think she deserved her Oscar? Yes, but not for Best Actress. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. This was one of my favorite DC Universe movies just because I love the Suicide Squad. Anything Suicide Squad, I die for. But the reason I don't have Suicide Squad in my Blu-ray collection is because it's on DVD. I have a lot of films on DVD, so if you have a question about that, just comment down below and I'll tell you if I have it on DVD. Because I will tell you guys, because some people get really concerned, like, that's your Blu-ray collection? What about the first one and the third one, but you have the second one on Blu-ray? That doesn't make any sense. Like, calm down. I have a lot of movies on DVD. It's not a big deal. Tag, really, really funny. Every time I watch this movie, I have to watch it with friends because that is just a friend comedy when your parents are out of town. That is something you watch. Great, funny movie. Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It was a good animated movie, spin-off of a TV show, which is a pretty classic thing to do. Oh, hey, this TV show is really popular with kids. Let's make a movie out of it and make money. That's pretty Hollywood standard, actually. It was an alright movie. I liked it. It was something I could enjoy without really enjoying it. Does that make sense? It was something I could enjoy without really caring about it. It was something I could kick back and go like, alright, let's see how this goes. It was just good. There's Something About Mary, classic comedy. I found this for $5 at Best Buy. This Is the End, a really funny movie with just so many great cameos. This movie is just cameos. That's all that it is. When it says Michael Cera, Emma Watson, there's Kevin Hart, there's Mindy Kaling, there's just a ton of people in this movie, and they all play themselves. I think it's hilarious. I think the concept is brilliant. Seth Rogen and his team, they did it. They knocked it out of the park with this movie, and I cannot wait for Zeroville. That movie looks hilarious. This Means War. Not a good movie. Found it for $5. I couldn't say no. I love Reese Witherspoon. And I really love Tom Hardy. I'm not the biggest fan of Chris Pine. I think he's good in some things. I think he was good in Wonder Woman. But other things, I just find him like that. Okay, he's there. He's in the movie. No one really cares about the character. It's just... In a lot of movies, he's a character I can't really find myself caring about if something happens to. Does that make any sense? Probably not. Maybe it does. It made sense in my head. That counts. Thor Ragnarok. I think this was the first Marvel movie that really introduced the comedy stuff. A lot of people had complaints about that movie that it was too funny. I don't get what you're saying. So, there's great action sequences in that. It can be funny at the same time. So what? Trainwreck. Really funny movie. I don't think I am in love with Amy Schumer and anything that she does. In this, I thought she was good. I feel like she's just that bland, another comedic actress, you know? But this is my favorite actor of all time, Jason Statham. The Transporter, awesome action movie. I watched this with my dad, actually a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? I was on the edge of my seat the whole movie. It's a great, well done movie, and I found this for $5, if I didn't already mention that. At Best Buy, my Best Buy is the best. I love my Best Buy. Trolls. It's an okay movie. It's an animated movie that I can watch with younger people. I wouldn't find myself watching that by myself. That's just me. Go ahead. Get your comment down there. Get your comment down there. I know it's happening. Get your comment down there. Yes, I am well aware. This is the worst movie ever. It is so bad. It is so bad. So bad. Bought it. This was, I think it was $7.50 at my local Target. Bought it. I watched it with my sister. We laughed our butts off watching this terrible movie. It is just, I love getting terrible movies and laughing at them. That's just me. Oh, a horror movie, Us. This was frightening and yet funny. There were some funny moments in this movie. I really enjoyed Us. I think it was so entertaining throughout the entire thing, and it was just something I could really enjoy with anybody, except for people who don't like horror movies. Venom. Really great movie. The Rotten Tomato score, 29%, has some explaining to do, but I do think this movie was great. I think the symbiotes, I love anything symbiote. So, Spider-Man, Venom, I love all of that. I think it's really cool. I love how it's not from this world. It's not human, but it's not animal. I love it. You know what? How about I give you guys just a special treat and I skip one and I show you this, Wonder. Great movie, really emotional movie. I think this is a movie that is suited for a family. I wouldn't say I would watch this by myself because I would get too emotional and cry and break my record. But yeah. Okay, these movies. I'm going to show you the first one and you're going to be like, oh, really? And then I'm going to show you the second one and you're going to throw up. I know. This movie, I laughed a lot, actually. I laughed at this movie a lot, and I'm very surprised to hear that not a lot of people did. I laughed a lot. I think this is the kind of movie that I would watch by myself when I want to laugh. When I'm in a bad mood, I'll watch that movie. Then there's this. The last movie and the worst movie in my entire collection. Actually, maybe Truth or Dare was the worst one. They're kind of tied. This movie, it was bad. It was just really bad. Alright, so that was my movie collection. That was my in-depth movie collection. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video if you'd like to. All of that is up to you. I don't like YouTubers who say, alright, like and subscribe. You need to like and subscribe. I think it's completely up to you. If you want to subscribe, sure, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. If you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. If you want to leave it like, that's great. If you want to leave a dislike, it's your decision. I don't care what you do. If you want to leave a great comment down below, answering one of my questions that I had, great. If you want to leave a nice comment, if you want to leave a mean comment, that is entirely up to you. It's fine. I don't care what you guys post. Just as long as we're a family. A very small, concealed family. But we're going to get bigger. I think. Yeah, we will. So now I'm going to show you guys an overview of the whole collection. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready for this. Hey, you guys. Here's the whole collection in all of its glory. All of my movies. I'm going down here. That's it. Bye, guys.